makes it look easy. Finishes 26 under par, a tournament record. Beating Tiger Woods' old mark. Woods won by 7 at one point. Cool trophy. Speed wins by 10. How about Landon Donovan and the Galaxy taking on the Revolution in the MLS Cup? Final game for Donovan. 52nd minute, no score until Giazi Zardes puts it in the back of the net. Take another look off the deflection. Zardes controls. Sweet hair. Sweet kick. Galaxy up 1-0. 79th minute. Revolution trying to even this thing up, and they will. Chris Tierney gets it in. Good job from Patrick Mullins controlling that and setting him up. So we go to extra time, and Donovan with a chance would have set his history in the 111th minute. Los Angeles, the Galaxy, win it 2-1. So Donovan becoming the first player in MLS history with 6 titles. He ends his career with the most goals and assists in league history.
And he got it in there. Third career touchdown for Penn. Third quarter, Raiders down by 3.
Only in the black hole.
Carr to Marcel Reese. Raiders take the lead. Still in the third quarter, Kaepernick. Oh, delay of game. All else fails. You just blame the center, right? They failed to convert on 3rd and long. So it's 17-13 Oakland in the fourth. Carr to Michael Rivera, and that would do it. 24-13 Oakland. Carr threw for 254. 3 touchdowns, no picks. Kaepernick. Capper pick. Picked off by Charles Woodson. Oakland gets its victory of the season. 49ers are 7-6. Have lost back-to-back games. More on their playoff hopes coming up in a moment. San Francisco at Seattle coming up next week. Jim Harbaugh at the loss.
My priorities are number 1, winning football games. Number 2, the welfare of our players, coaches, staff. And lastly is what my personal professional future is.
San Francisco done?
Yes. Yes.
I like it. Synchronized analysts there.
I thought they were after our Thursday night game. Now it's official. They can't make it with 10-6.
Colin Kaepernick, no confidence. They missed those veteran linebackers.
All right, one more highlight coming up. Eagles and Seahawks. We'll have that for you. But first, back to Bob.
Dan, 2 months ago, the Patriots were 2-2. They'd just been walloped by the Chiefs. And there was some talk that this wasn't quite the same kind of New England team we're used to. Well, it's fair to say that the skeptics have been hushed. 9-3 coming into tonight, despite a loss last week at Lambeau and what many saw as a possible Super Bowl preview. And if you gave up on the Patriots back then, or renewed your belief in them lately, well, Vince Wilfork doesn't have much use for you. Touchdown, Patriots!
Guess who's back? You said something to the effect of, we don't have any room for bandwagon people. People are going to jump on and people are going to jump off. Forget it. No place.
We've been great. We suck. We was this. We was that. You know, and only thing we have is our fans and what's in that locker room. When we were down, we was kicked a lot. You know, when we up now, all of a sudden, it's Patriots this, it's the Patriots that. And I told our guys, we don't have time for that. The only thing we concentrate on is what we have in here.
Looks, goes over the middle, intercepted at the 30-yard line. Vincent Wilfork, second interception of the season.
Considering how nimble and quick you are for your size, you ever say to yourself, wait a minute, J.J. Watt gets to catch passes for touchdowns. My guy Bill Belichick did it with Vrabel and Bruschi, you know. There was Refrigerator Perry back in the day. Hey, give me a chance to get in the end zone.
Early in my career, I used to talk about it a lot. But now it's like, okay, it is what it is. If it happens, you know, it happens. I'll be prepared for it. But I play catch a lot. So they know that, you know, the ability that I have, that it's possibility that I could do it. But we just have so many great options on offense. They don't need me over there.
Give me a Bill Belichick story that won't get you in trouble. That gives us an insight into what kind of guy he is if you're in the inner circle.
He's a great person. A lot of people don't understand that because they just see him on Sundays.
It's just not enough. It's not anywhere near enough.
We have a chance to be around him every day. You know, he'll come to the locker room, talk with us, in the weight room, he come talk and joke with us. I was just talking about, with him the other day about my state football game. Just how long it's been since, when I first came up here, he was 6, so now he's 17. Just being around him every day, you get kind of the coach Bill Belichick and you get the person Bill Belichick, where you can step into his office and talk about anything.
Bullies in the schoolyard can't stop it.
You guys are in the playoffs, virtual lock, but you want the #1 seed because when it gets to the conference championship game, if you get that far, you'd rather be in Foxborough than any place else, specifically not in Denver. So how big is this game against the Chargers along the way to that objective?
Every game is a big game, and having to beat the Chargers, that's a great football team led by a great quarterback. And I love Brandon Jensen because he is so competitive, he is so fiery. I mean, you could just tell how he just get his guys going. And I like to see that in a player, and especially coming from a quarterback. You would hit him, and he'll get up and laugh at you and say, that's all you have? So it's an enjoyment to play against somebody like that had the passion that he has for the game. And Phillip Rivers, he got those guys rolling. I mean, he got them rolling, but at the same time, we know what we have to do to walk away with a W.
Now, you played with the Patriots. Vince was talking about this, us against the world. Did you guys actually believe that stuff?
We did, Dan. We felt like every team outside of that locker room, just everyone hated us, the fans, they hated us. But when you've had the type of success the Patriots had, you have to find a way or create a way of motivating yourself.
Well, you got to be good for teams to hate you.
Yeah.
And you guys are good. Kickoff coming up in about 25 minutes. Our final highlight feature, the Seahawks and Eagles in Philadelphia. Reunited, and it feels so good, at least at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll, Mark Sanchez. Second quarter, Seahawks get on the board. Russell Wilson, what happened here?
You know this play. It's the read option. Someone has to take the
You see it every day, right?
They run it against him. No one took Russell Wilson.
Seahawks led 10-7, entering second half. Here's first play from scrimmage, second half. Sean McCoy follows up, Thomas recovers, and then it's 2 plays later, somebody misplaced Marshawn Lynch. How do you misplace Marshawn Lynch? Seven. That's a tease.
Yeah.
Sanchez to Zach Ertz. Sanchez 2 touchdowns on David. Not a lot of yards. Seahawks next possession. It's Wilson to Doug Baldwin. Wilson threw for 263 and 2 scored 24-14 Seattle. Sanchez. Second. Michael Bennett gets him. Seahawks had 3 sacks on the day. And then Sanchez gets picked off by Harold Simon. Seahawks 15 takeaways last 7 games. Malcolm Jenkins had a pick 6. Oh.
Gotta make those plays, Malcolm.
Seahawks have won 6 of their last 7. 1 game behind Arizona, and they'll play on Sunday Night Football in 2 weeks against Arizona. As for Philadelphia, 9-4, tied with Dallas, and it'll be Dallas in Philadelphia next Sunday night here on NBC. Catherine Tappan on the field in Philadelphia, brought to you by Kia Sorrento. It has an answer for everything. Catherine?
Dan, the big question coming into this game was, would the 4th-ranked Seattle defense be able to stop the 4th-ranked scoring offense of the Philadelphia Eagles? Well, the answer, an emphatic yes. Head coach Pete Carroll said after the game, when his defense plays this well, there's no stopping them. I spoke to linebacker Bobby Wagner after the game, and he mentioned how much of a statement win this was for his defense.
We had a great defense. We go out, we make hits, we fast. There was a lot of talk about this up-tempo offense, but they didn't play faster at all. They kind of slowed the offense down. I feel like we played faster offenses, but we just go out there and have fun, make plays, and that's why we win.
Why wasn't a factor for you guys? Had you prepared for it? What was it?
We play fast offense. I think it's just a lot of talk that, if you don't get them off the field, then they stay on the field. You got the long drives, and that's when the fast offense come into play. But, we've been 3 and out, and, they can't mess with us.
Doug, you were able to make that touchdown catch, of course, from Russell Wilson. What's it say about how effective your quarterback has been playing lately?
Well, that's him. That's Russell Wilson. Doesn't matter what he's thrown into, he's always going to find a way to come out and be successful and be efficient. So whether or not they allow him to run the ball or pass the ball, he's going to have to make that happen.
That wasn't what I planned.
Before the loss, Eagles head coach Chip Kelly actually downplayed the importance of this game, telling me it's still anyone's league. Well, they have a huge test coming up on Sunday Night Football this week against the Dallas Cowboys. After tonight's loss, he said they will certainly be ready to go against Dallas. And guys, that game will determine the leader in the NFC East. Dan?
Catherine Tappan joining us from Philadelphia. Seattle's going to be hosting San Francisco. All right, I said, how does Marshawn Lynch get open? That open, you're going to show us.
We are, and it's a great play design by the Seattle Seahawks. They end up running this play here. They fake the ball to Marshawn Lynch, and this is going to be a bootleg. Russell Wilson goes this way, and all the action, all the receivers are coming over here, and normally Wilson throws this ball to the right, and that's what Philadelphia is expecting.
Coach, I'm looking at right here, Nate Allen. He's been a guy, he's really been the weak spot in that secondary. And he gets a little nosy, he starts looking over there, but he has to cover this side of the field for Marshawn Lynch.
He's watching all these receivers, Curse, Wilson, Baldwin, but here's Lynch sneaking out, and that is his man. Ball comes back, and oh, it's just too late. Well-designed play by Seattle.
All right, Arizona's in first place, but better team, Seattle or Arizona?
Seattle is right now, and Rodney said, I picked them to lose this game, but that defense, Bobby Wagner's brought the swagger back to that Seattle defense.
You talk about Bobby Wagner, Richard Sherman, but Byron Maxwell, he's been playing excellent cornerback.
Sunday Night Football is coming up. Tom Brady and the Patriots taking on the Chargers. We're back on Football Night in America right after this.
The Goodmore is capturing the moment they open their gifts from Verizon.
Oh, cut.
The Not So Good More
All right, honey, this time face towards the light.
is take two.
Are you naughty? Are you nice? That's the tension I need to see. All right, we're losing light, people. Action. Cut. I'm not feeling it, sweetheart. We're gonna have to go in a different direction.
Done? Now pick the Samsung Galaxy S5 for $0 down, plus $100 back with trade-in.
Wow. Nice.
And get a $150 credit when you switch to Verizon. System. It takes the drama out of backing up. The Kia Optima.
15 minutes will save you 15% or more on car insurance. Everybody knows that. Well, did you know genies can be really literal? No.
What is your wish? No. Okay. $1 million.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Possible. Because we do. We're ExxonMobil. Empowering the world responsibly is our job. Because boiling an egg isn't as simple as just boiling an egg. Life takes energy. Energy lives here.
This holiday season, Subway is celebrating you. It's customer appreciation, and we're saying thanks by offering 2 all-time favorite 6-inch sandwiches for $2 each. The tremendously tasty meatball marinara and cold cut combo, always made fresh from the bread up with whatever your taste buds wish. So let Subway treat you with these 2 delicious $2 sandwiches this holiday season during our customer appreciation celebration. Subway, eat fresh.
For the first time since Sochi, watch every Olympic gold medalist in winter's first big event. Wizards Usually Regiment, Saturday on NBC and NBC7.
Sunday Night Football coming up. Chargers getting ready to take on the Patriots. But first, the best of Week 14 brought to you by ExxonMobil. Energy lives here. Colts were down 5 in the fourth, but Andrew Luck capping off an 11-play, 90-yard drive. And here is your game winner. Shoes are optional. T.Y. Hilton. Colts have won 3 in a row. Houston at Jacksonville. Texans had 3 rushing touchdowns today, including this design play for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Texans 2 back at the Colts. They're in Indy next week. Tampa Bay, Detroit, Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson, and made it look easy. Single coverage will help too. 8 catches, 158 yards. Lions down 9-4. Carolina at New Orleans. If you thought it was going to be a blowout, it was. Not the way you thought it was going to be a blowout. Cam Newton. And they had some sparks fighting. This was the only fight in the same that they had. Panthers go on to win in a blowout. Newton accounts for 4 total touchdowns. Buffalo at Denver. Peyton Manning did not throw a touchdown pass, but he's got a new toy, C.J. Anderson. 3 rushing touchdowns. Denver in San Diego next week. San Francisco in Oakland. San Francisco's playoff hopes fading. Derek Carr threw 3 touchdown passes. Niners have dropped 2 in a row. They're in Seattle next week. Kansas City and Arizona. Cardinals' playoff chances look a whole lot better. Snapping a 2-game losing streak. Bruce Stanton, 1 touchdown pass. It was this when Arizona in St. Louis next week. Seattle and Philadelphia. Super Bowl champs look dominating. Marshawn Lynch over 100 total yards, 15 of them on this touchdown pass. Philly and Dallas tied for first in the East. We'll have that matchup next Sunday night here on NBC. Baltimore, Miami. After the late loss to the Chargers last week, Ravens bounce back. It's Joe Flacco. Couple of touchdown passes. Baltimore hosts Jacksonville next week. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Tough to figure out both of these teams. Bengals with the 4-point lead. Andy Dalton to A.J. Green, 81 yards. Well, anything you can do, we can do better or longer. Ben Roethlisberger to Martavis Bryant. 94 yards. Steelers roar back. 25 fourth-quarter points. Their head coach leads our best post-game sound.
We just weren't going to live in our fears today. We needed to be aggressive. We needed to create some splash.
What's madness is to continue to
Can't hold it
after a game like that with our fans and say, well, we're gonna have it right next week.
What a great opportunity we just blew. My kids will be mad at me if I'm having money deducted out of my paycheck for criticizing officiating.
If anything's frustrating, it's my don't have mistakes. You know, if I beat you all, you hold me and double team you, then I feel pretty nice.
If I can motivate a football player to play football, then we can get new pro football players.
Wow. Colt McCoy got hurt. RG3 came in. I guess don't be surprised to see RG3 playing next week. All right, take a look at today's winners, powered by Subway Restaurants. Where
big win in Cincinnati, and now Pittsburgh, if they win out, they win the North.
Seattle Seahawks, and you used the word, you said swag, but the experience of the championship team, they won 3 in a row.
Today's winners, powered by Subway Restaurants, where winners eat. Playoff picture here.
Well, we'll look at the NFC first, and in the East, next week, Dallas at Philadelphia is going to determine that division. In 2 weeks, it is Seattle at Arizona is going to determine the West, and we have both games.
How about the AFC, Ron?
I look at tonight's game, and this is a huge game for the Patriots. With Denver's win, it puts a lot of pressure on the Patriots for that #1 spot. You want to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
But New England with the tiebreaker over Denver. Tonight's game, the key is going to be what?
It's going to be the tight end, and who can handle the other team's tight end, who gets the ball to them. They're 2 different types of guys. Rob Gronkowski is like a wide receiver in a tight end's body. He makes highlight reel plays. This guy reminds me of LeBron James. He can do everything on the field. He's athletic, and he's got that will to win. He is a LeBron player, yes.
2 tight ends getting it done different ways. Antonio Gates, he's the best route running tight end I've ever faced. He's so smooth in and out of his breaks. And when I look at the Patriots, I don't see a safety or a linebacker able to cover this guy man to man.
All right, who wins and why?
I like the Patriots tonight.
You have a hard time saying Patriots, don't you?
I do.
He's not that much of a hater. I mean, he likes
Bill
the Patriots.
Belichick, they do not lose 2 games in a row. That's why I'm picking them.
I'm picking them the same reason.
All right, we'll see you at halftime. Go back out to Bob Costas. Bob.
Dan, as you know, it's been nearly 7 years since these 2 teams met in the AFC title game. It took place in frigid Foxborough with a wind chill of 9 degrees, and a hard-fought New England win took them to 18-0 as they headed to the Super Bowl, where perfection eluded them in a heartbreaking loss to the Giants. But that AFC title game wound up the way all the matchups between Tom Brady and Philip Rivers have to date. Brady is 5-0 versus Rivers. If Rivers can end that streak tonight, the Chargers' playoff chances get a considerable boost. But if Brady's dominance continues, well, then the Patriots move closer, not just to the playoffs, not just to the division title, not just to a bye, but quite possibly to home field advantage throughout. Al, Chris, and Michelle are standing by. They'll be preceded, as ever, by Carrie Underwood. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you at halftime.
This has been Kia's Sunday Night Kickoff.
Ascension is a lifeboat for humanity.
Ascension, a 3-night event, limited commercial premiere, only on Sci-Fi. Imagine greater.
The Challenge with Fred Rogan, tonight after the NFL on NBC.
Wow, half a pocket.
Finding that perfect tree. Going for a sleigh ride. Tuning the lights. There's nothing like the holidays in a new Lincoln. The Lincoln Wishlist event is on. The Lincoln MKZ, the first ever MKC, the new navigator.
California residents, lease the 2015 Lincoln MKC with complimentary navigation and bliss with cross-traffic alert for $349 a month.
There's never been a better time to try Time Warner Cable. With HD content you love to watch virtually anytime, anywhere. Ultra-fast internet at the speed you need. An unlimited nationwide calling. All together for the first time for $89.99 a month. Plus, enjoy great Hollywood blockbusters from Epix. Now with free installation and TV equipment included. That's a savings of over $900. Try it, love it, or your money back guaranteed. Time Warner. Enjoy better.
Stop. Don't get straight. Wow. Gotta be
Local
anything but straight.
attractive offers on the TLS.
Spanish language audio for tonight's game is provided by Telemundo Sports.
Anything can happen between now and the end of the game tonight. Catch every moment of the action with NFL Mobile on your smartphone, exclusively from Verizon.
It's December, so down the stretch we come. And in San Diego tonight, you'll see the Patriots and the Chargers on Sunday Night
Woo! kidding me?
Qualcomm Stadium, home of the Chargers since 1967. This old relic will be rocking and rolling tonight. Because Tom Brady leads his Patriots into town to take on Philip Rivers and the San Diego Chargers on Sunday Night Football. Now, Michael's Chris Townsend, Michelle LaFoya. Welcome to San Diego. The New England Patriots come in with a mark of 9-3. They need a win tonight to remain for the moment as the top seed in the AFC. Clearly, they want the road to the Super Bowl to go through Foxborough. You look at the remaining schedule, this might be their toughest test left for the balance of the season. They have won 7 of their last 8. They've been out here all week after flying in from Green Bay last Sunday night, practicing in Southern California, readying themselves for the San Diego Chargers, who come in with a mark of 8-4. San Diego had a 5-game winning streak, then a 3-game losing streak. Now they won 3 in a row again, all nail-biters. This team can range from terrible to terrific and everything in between, but they have set themselves up for a playoff run. All they have to do now is beat Tom Brady tonight and Peyton Manning here next Sunday. Yahweh. Yahweh is right. San Diego's best chance to win tonight. They do what?
You know, in about half the games so far this year, he has played at an MVP kind of level, and more they're counting on him to make all the calls at the line of scrimmage. Problem is tonight he's going up against a Bill Belichick coach defense, and so it's not going to be easy, but it will be a great matchup.
Well, the Pats were 2-2 in September, but they had a great October, good November as well. So here they are 9-3. Your report card on the Patriots right now.
Well, their margin is now gone, though, right, with the Denver Broncos and trying to get that top seed. But it's no longer just Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. They have added a hammer to the running game and LeGarrette Blount. And for the Chargers tonight, if they don't stop Blount, they do not win this game.
Well, it is December, and that's when the NFL really heats up. It's New England and San Diego on Sunday Night Football.
Never put those two balls together.
Follow your favorite teams all season long. Go to iTunes.com/NFL. Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Subway. Train hard, eat fresh. By Liberty Mutual Insurance. See car insurance in a whole new light. And by the all-new Kia Sedona.
In trouble here.
In a category defined by compromise, it's the perfect marriage of versatility and performance, comfort and style, safety and innovation. It's anything but a compromise. It's the all-new Kia Sedona.
Is to you, the new SoundLink Color Bluetooth speaker.
You park your car. As you walk away, crunch. A garbage truck backs into it.
Damn it.
So you call your insurance company looking for a What you get is a game of 1,000 questions. Was it raining? Were your flashers on? Was there a dog with you? By the time you hang up, you're convinced the accident was your fault. Then you remember, you weren't even in the car.
At Liberty Mutual, we make filing a claim as stress-free as possible. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
What's that? Subway, they got pastrami. Pastrami? No. Pastrami. Pastrami? Pastrami? Pastrami?
Get your own Subway Big Hot Pastrami Melt, a monument to flavor loaded with high-love pepper toasted beef, mustard, and pickle. Subway, eat fresh.
For the best Sunday Night Football social experience, go to SNFAllAccess.com. And throughout the game, follow SNF on Twitter for Michelle Tafoya's updates from the sidelines.
NBC Sports, home of Super Bowl 49, welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just talked about the race for the #1 seed. Right now, Denver having won today. They beat Buffalo 10-3. But if New England wins tonight, they would be the #1 seed because they have defeated Denver, Indianapolis, and Cincinnati. So there are your 4 division leaders. Now to the AFC West. Denver winning. San Diego 8-4 coming in. Kansas City losing back-to-back games now. Lost to Arizona today at Oakland. Upset San Francisco with a mark now of 2-11. So there's the update of the standings and the seedings. And now we go to the field. Give them a show before Michelle.
Well, Al, this is Philip Rivers' 9th season as a starter. And over the course of the first game, he had 4 different starting centers. Well, this season alone, he's had 4 different starting centers. Tonight it was Chris Watt. Now, Rivers told us it's been crazy, but he also said he's been pleasantly surprised by how smooth each transition has been. But tonight's something to watch. Watt was limited in practice this week after injuring his left calf last Sunday, and calf injuries are typically slow to heal, particularly for a lineman who's on his toes, pushing against big bodies. Also, right tackle DJ Fluker suffered a concussion in practice Wednesday, but he's been cleared to play and will start tonight. As for the Patriots, linebacker Dante Hightower is out. He is the defensive signal caller, so tonight Jamie Collins will take on that role. And finally, Al, this entire field was replaced Sunday and Monday and then covered by for a few days because of rain. As both the Chargers kicker Nick Novak, who said the turf is in good shape and the grass is thick. We'll see how it holds up under all these 300-pound bodies, Al.
Well, thank you, Michelle. It's not fog, by the way. A lot of pyro before the game, so the smoke's still clearing. Mike McCoy in his 2nd season, the youngest head coach in the league. He's 17 days older than Mike Tomlin already in his 8th season. And Bill Belichick in his 15th season as the head coach of the New England Patriots has gone with the 3 Super Bowl wins and 2 other appearances in the Super Bowl. New England won the toss, as Belichick is prone to do almost every time he does win the toss. He has deferred. Steven Gostkowski to kick off. Chris Davis, a rookie with a pretty good average of 25.8 to run it back. So here we go, the month of December in the National Football League with Davis downing it in the end zone. Chargers start from the 20. Let's take a look at their starters.
Philip Rivers, NC State. Brian Matthews, Fresno State. Malcolm Floyd, Wyoming. Keenan Allen, California Gold. Eddie Royal, Virginia Tech. Antonio Gates, Detroit Central High School. King Dunlap, University. Chris Watt, Notre Dame. Johnny Troutman, Penn State. DJ Fluger, Alabama, Old Tide.
Well, Michelle talked about what was going on at center of this team. At least as far as the guards and the tackles are concerned, they've had the same group at those positions since opening day. Gates sets up in the slot to the left side, and Rivers will throw deep down the left sideline and incomplete. Intended for Eddie Royal, covered there by Kyle Arrington. And the San Diego Chargers, much like Peyton Manning, what he does in Denver, they run a no-huddle, but very often Rivers checks the defense and look him over, and he can take that play clock all the way down.
Yeah, he can speed it up, he can slow it down, do whatever he wants to do. And tonight, going against Jamie Collins, the new defensive signal caller, it is going to be an interesting match. The veteran against the first-timer with that role.
This is going right here. He snaps it with 10 on the play clock. Matthews to the outside. And the guy who missed 7 games because of a sprained knee picks up 5. And let's take a look at the New England defense.
Rob Ninkovich for the Vince Wilfork Hurricanes. Chris Jones, Bowling Green State. Dominic Beasley, Florida. Jonathan Casillas, University of Wisconsin. Dan McCollum, Southern Miss. Terrell Rivers, Pitt. Patrick Chung, Ducks. Kevin McCourty, Rutgers. Brandon Brown, Portland State. Kyle Anderson, Glen Park High School.
2 outstanding corners, of course, and Revis and Reiner. They'll have their hands full tonight. The Chargers have some good complementary receivers. Right now, Trips a bunch to the right side. Rivers hangs in. Underneath as he's fouled down. And it's the game's first down. And Brown gets caught in the hands and a flag is thrown. And Boyd goes over to pat him on the back. The flag is thrown as Ron Harmon came over and gave him a late shot, and that should cross New England 15. Bill Levy is the referee tonight.
There's no call for face mask. First out.
All right. It won't cost them 15 as they wave it off after they threw the flag. Here it is again.
You get all the attention on the outside with that bunch formation, and then just the back coming out of the backfield. Donald Brown that time picking up the first down.
I'll tell you what, it might not have been a face mask, but that's a late hit.
The tone has been set early. This is a big game.
One shot, one ball, come on!
Typically the Patriots
No!
just crush your hopes, and they've done it so many times during the month of December, but Rivers is ready to go for this one.
Now Matthews through the middle. Nice hole, and Matthews picks up the first down. Taking it to the 50-yard line. He makes a big difference. Missing 7 games with a sprained knee. Brandon Oliver was doing a lot of the work. Donald Brown, not only were mixing
I'm afraid they hit too hard.
as well.
Here's the guy you got to get handled up front. Little double team from Johnny Troutman down on Vince Wilfork.
Wow.
If they're going to win this game tonight, they have to control Wilfork.
Down to the ground again with Matthews. Personal state in 2010. It's a game 2 in the second and 8 for San Diego.
You know, Ryan Matthews last year ran for over 1,200 yards, had a great year, has had some knee injuries this season, missed 7 games. A couple of weeks ago, had 105 yards against the Rams, and everybody said, oh, he's all the way back. Truth is, tonight is about as close to 100% as he's been.
4.6 average. And 66 carries. They move him back into the backfield now to Frank Rivers. On a second down and 8. Play action. Ton of time. Great protection. Long leg. He found it underneath. He has to jump it off here. That's the Green, the huge tight end at 6'6" and 240 pounds. Patrick Chung comes up to make the tackle.
Good job by Rivers here, realizing just a 3-man rush, just like we saw with Aaron Rodgers.